Hi, John Clements here for the UMass Fruit Advisor. Today is January 25th, 2011. We're at the UMass Cold Spring Orchard. There's a lot of snow. Well, we're going to spend a minute or two pruning some tall spindle trees, and I'm going to show you the three or four rules for pruning tall spindle. And quickly, and we'll see how this comes out. Now these trees were planted in 2006, this is 2011, so they're about 5 or 6 years old. The first rule we want to do in pruning these tall spindle is remove 1, 2, possibly 3 of the largest branches in the tree. Those are typically, these are Macintosh by the way, are branches that have fruited for a year or two, and I typically, like I said, whatever branch in terms of diameter is the biggest branch comes out, there's number 1. I have a tendency to favor branches in the lower part of the tree. There's number 2. I think I'm going to leave what's left, okay? The other rule is we want to make sure the top is no higher than our desired height, which should be about no wider than, say, 9/10 of the row width. No problem on this tree. Now, the other thing we want to do is single out branches. And what do I mean by single them out? Well, the remaining branches that look like this, where the branch comes out and splits into a fork, these trees aren't too bad, but just want to do a little cleaning up. Now there's some funky stuff going on here, a couple of suckers that one's growing right up into the tree, but I'm going to leave these two. Those are going to have fruit buds. Here's a branch that has a Y, and we'll just trim that up. Pretty straightforward. I do have one lower branch here that's a little low that I don't care for, so I'm going to cut that out. Now, tree number 2. I don't know, 2 biggest branches. Don't break the rules. Big branches make big trees. 1, 2. Top is okay. It's no higher than I need it to be. This is just drooping down a little bit low. We look at the remaining branches. They're all single. That tree's fine. There we go. Tree number 3. The 2 biggest branches in the tree. And we try and lead to a little bevel cut here, so we'll get some new growth that looks like this. There's number 1. Number 2, 2 biggest branches, done. That step. The tree is, this is where the tree's getting a little high maybe, and we can, if we want, it's not going to really shorten it. I mean, in reality, we cut to a weak lateral here, and we don't want too much getting going big in the top of the tree, so we'll cut that out. All right, now we're on to our limb singularizing and maybe just shortening a little bit when they're down here close to the ground. Here we go, a branch that comes out and splits. A little bit of a split there, but we'll let that fruit buds develop. This is going to be some nice new fruiting wood. If I was out here in the summer, I might try and pin these down to the wire. This is the kind of regrowth we're going to try and get with those bevel cuts, but I don't like it when it goes straight up, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to leave it. All right, next tree. Moving on. These are pretty simple. This one's kind of low, maybe below knee height. The 2 biggest branches. 1. Whoa, this is a little hard here. I'm going to single this a little bit. Here we go, right up here. It's getting a little big in the top. Looks pretty good in the top. You know, when they really start to go downhill, I like to shorten them up a little bit. Okay, 2 biggest branches. Next tree. 1. I don't know, this is low. 2. All right, I like to kind of keep the tops of my trees on the weakish side, not let too much big get going up there. These are all pretty much single axis. Let's let those fruit for a year or 2. Done. Next tree. 1, 2. Make sure these are singled out a little bit here. We don't really need that going up like that. We got a pretty good fork here developing. We'll leave those like that, and bang, done. Let's kind of keep that tree heading up. Done. This tree is cyan rooted, so I'm not going to even do that tree. It's a bad tree. Next, you can see this tree might have some adverse effects on growth from that tree right next to it. Keep this going up. 1, 2 biggest branches are there and there, and these are all going to be my fruiting branches for this year. 1. This one's kind of low. There's 2. That's good enough. I don't like these big branches in the top. That's good enough. I do kind of like to keep this after this is fruited. Going up a little bit. Bang. Okay. There's your 3 rules. Maintain the tree height 0.9 times the row width. Cut out 1 or 2 big branches in the top of the trees. Make sure your branches are single. This is not so great. This will be set up nice fruit buds this year. Tall spindle system. Great and easy to prune. That's John Clements for the UMass Fruit Advisor at the UMass Cold Spring Orchard. Have a good day.